Good evening, race fans. Welcome to the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway as tonight Cousin Subs presents Knights of Thunder on KQEG-TV. This is Rick Wilson. We're getting underway with our first heat tonight. The Hornets are here, folks, and they are here in force, let me tell you. On the pole out there tonight is the number 53 car of John Piotrowski. Next to him is the 55 car of Jill Osteich. It looks like we've got the 25 car out there of Chris Berg. Next to Chris is the number 7 car of Sammy Lenahan. In row 3, it looks like Towner and Stumlin, then Ticky and Ticky, the two of them next to each other. The 43 car is Kevin Turner, and the 66 is Kim Strom. And let's see, that would be towards the back now. We're looking at the 03 car, Jeff Thompson, and next to them is the 5 car of Jake Bemis. The K9 car out there tonight is John Clausen, and the 7 car out there is John Radke. So they're getting the 1 to go green as they come past here now. There'll be 8 laps as they get underway with our first race tonight in the Hornets division. Lots of Sportsman, Thunder stocks, and late models coming up, folks, if the weather holds for us, and so far so good. We'll see how they do this time by. They're headed down to the green flag, so we're going to jump over to Dan Diker as he calls the green.
Heat race number 1 is 8 laps. Here they come out of turn 4. Race number 1, green flag racing.
Might just be a little bumping and rubbing in this one, Dan.
We're going to be trading some paint here, as John Piotrowski just found out there, the monkey man down below. Matter of fact, I got some of his monkeys in the booth with me here tonight.
Oh,
double
look
nickel
out.
Jill Osteich's going to start things off by herself, the double nickel. Then it's Berg, slamming Sammy and Piotrowski 3 wide, heading into turns 1 and 2. It's a stumbling sandwich. Slamming Sammy's working her way through. She's now got 3rd. Berg is up into 2nd. Osteich has the top spot. Here comes Patrick Ticky in the 1. Just a reminder, folks, there's no smoking in the grandstands. You must smoke behind the grandstand seating area. That's Wisconsin state law. No smoking in the grandstands. One more time, no smoking in the grandstands. You must do so behind the grandstands or the grassy area. That is Wisconsin law. So Chris Berg out of Ettrick still trying to reel in Jill Osteich in the double nickel. Slamming Sammy is going to run with Patrick Ticky for 3rd and 4th. Garrett Ticky's right behind with Jeff Stumlin. Chris Berg goes to the inside of Jill Osteich. He's on the brakes. He's going to try to reel her in this next time by. Meanwhile, slamming Sammy Linehan, still running for 3rd with Patrick Ticky on her outside panel. Racing each other down the back straightaway. Ticky slides in, white flag, 1 to go. Sammy Linehan brings it back around, still fighting for 3rd. Heat race 1 of 3 tonight. Checkered flag is in hand. Here comes Berg to try to make a late race pass. Not going to happen. Jill Osteich, your heat race winner.
Jill Osteich wins that one. Followed by Chris Berg, followed by Garrett Ticky, followed by the 7 of Sammy Linehan, and then lastly the 63 of Jeff Stumlin. So another Hornets race coming up in just a moment, everybody. Stand by. Knights of Thunder continues in just a moment after this. Welcome back, race fans. Rick Wilson trackside. Hornets race heat number 2 about to get underway. We've got Melissa Roosh on the pole tonight. Melissa, of course, a couple of weeks ago suffering a concussion out here. Good to see her back tonight and able to race with us. Next to Melissa is the 35 car. And then in row number 2, we've got the 72 car of Wendy Leapsch. And next to Wendy is the 50 car. That's Larry Hollitz. Then the 27 car of Josh Brown is out there. The 44 car is Jake Schummers. The 3 car is Taylor Dobbs. Next to Taylor Dobbs is that 68 car of Kyle Swenson. Then we have the 88 car, or I should say the 21 car is in there, Fletcher Milleney. Next to him is the 88 car, Brandon Lemoyne. And at the back of the pack, it looks like we've got the for the 90, I should say. We've got the 90 back there. That's Matt Moore out of Kendall, Wisconsin. And I think that pretty much wraps up everybody out there. So let's get them racing, folks, huh? Cousin Subs bringing you tonight's presentation. If you've got a chance to stop over at Cousin Subs at the Crossing Meadows, try the new Cubana sandwich. They've got some great summer sandwiches, and the Wisconsin steak and brat. Oh my gosh, that sounds great. And the barbecue and slaw, pulled pork and slaw. 3 great ones. You can order them on pretzel bread. Check that out. Cousin Subs. It's great. Down the backstretch they come. We're headed to an 8-lap heat race for these Hornets. So let's jump on over to Dan Diker as he calls it green.
Green flag flies for Melissa Roosh. It's Roosh and Drazkowski. Here comes the Gray Ghost Larry Hollitz in the 50 coming out of Rochester. Drazkowski making him show how it's done. The Gray Ghost, Larry Hull. It's been a while since he's been down the Ultra Federal Crittenden victory lane. He's going to try to get himself down there. Roosh and Chalmers battle for 3rd and 4th. Josh Brown, Wendy Leach, Matt Moore of the back row trying to climb his way through the field. Single file for the top 3. Here comes Matt Moore in the back row, now making a stern challenge for 4th. He's got Josh Brown side by side. Here comes Chalmers in the 44 to the outside of the Gray Ghost, Larry Hollitz. 3 cars going for the top spot at the halfway mark. Drazkowski still continues to hold off the field. Here comes Chalmers. He's going to try the inside of the Gray Ghost this time. Matt Moore from the back row, steadily holding his own in 4th, and it's Brown rounding in the top 5. Single file almost all the way around as Chalmers now has the 2nd spot. White flag flies, 1 to go. Chalmers goes to the inside of Drazkowski as Drazkowski went wide in turn 2. Checkered flag is in hand. This one's going to come down to the line. Who's it going to be? Chalmers, Drazkowski, Moore, Hollitz, and Brown, your top 5.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Another Hornets division in the book, so to speak. That's number 2 heat tonight. We've got a 3rd one coming your way yet, folks, so stick around. The Hornets continue right here on Knights of Thunder right after this on KQEG. Welcome back, race fans. Hornet race heat number 3. 8-lap races. We're getting ready once again to put them at it. That number 32 car on the pole tonight, Tamer Hammersbach, I believe it is. Next to Tanner is the 169, Nick Sampson, I believe that is. Then we've got the 13 car out there. I think that's Smalls. Some of these we don't have, and so I'm kind of doing my best to guess, folks. The number 10 car out there is Hunter Miller. Next to Hunter, that looks like the 57 car, and I believe that's I think that's John Aaron. Yes, John Aaron out of Marillion, Wisconsin. The 28 car is next, and then next to the 28 is the 42 car. And then back of the pack, the 86, Mandy Eckelberg, I believe, at the back of the pack. So here they come down the back stretch. Let's see if we can go to a green flag, folks. So, well, first they're going to get the 1 to go. And maybe I can check a name here for you. Nope, not picking it up. Well, we'll have to see how they spin past us next time around here. Heat number 3 tonight. Race is presented by our friends at Cousin Subs out in Crossing Meadows. Down the backstretch they come, headed to a green. Let's go to Dan Diker now as he calls the race.
Another 8-lap heat race, the final one of the night. And we're green flag racing. '42 car is Jay Raines, former Hornet track champion from about, I think, 3 years ago. Cam Gazelski pulls away. He is your race leader. He puts Hemmersbach back to third. John Aaron, the Madman, currently running second, but here comes Ryan Hoppel on the 92 Probe. Oh, Hemmersbach goes around. Everyone's on the brakes avoiding him. Let's see if we can get it refired. I see a black flag in hand, of course, never a good thing. As Hoppel and Dazowski racing out for the top spot. And looks like the Madman John Aaron's going to get black. That means good night for now. He's had some problems. He went from an automatic to a 5-speed about 2 o'clock this morning. Not sure if that was into the cause, but he'll have a chance to come back out and run a feature later on tonight. Meanwhile, past the halfway mark, Ryan Hoppel running a Bornitz Probe, currently your race leader. Dazowski gets loose at a turn 4. He's running second. Hunter Miller now running third. Nick Sampson fourth. And the 13 car inside the top 5 with John Burbach. White flag flies, 4 left turns and a front straightaway remains. If it's a probe, well, you know it's going to be in victory lane one way, shape, or form. Here he comes out of turn 4. Heat race winner is Ryan Hoppel in the 86 car. Dazowski will take second. Hunter Miller will take third. Nick Sampson out of Blair will take fourth. And the battle for fifth is the... Oh, that was awfully close, OJ.
No kidding.
Well, we'll have to wait a moment and see who they call. It looks like they're giving it to the number 13 car so far. And that looks like that's the way it's going to stay. So I think Sportsman Division is going to be up on the track next, everybody. So stick around. We'll continue with more racing right after this on KQEG TV. Welcome back, race fans. Rick Wilson trackside as we get our Sportsman Heat underway here. That's Mandy Eckelberg on the pole, Jeff Thompson next to her. That's Josh Hazley and Jared Logging in row 2, Nick Clemens and Mark Chalet in row 3, and here they come to the green flag.
So 3 rookies in the top 3 rows. Hazley falls off the pace right off the bat as Thompson will grab the top spot with Jared Logging in tow. The great green mellow machine, Mandy Eckelberg, currently holding third, but here comes Chalet. Jeff Thompson getting a whole door full of the 79 of Jared Logging. Thompson in the Thompson Motorsport 03. He's protecting the inside rail. Logging is forced to run the outside. Chalet's in the third. Clemens running fourth. Eckelberg holding down the top 5. Thompson in a familiar position just a couple of weeks ago as he held on for about 4.5 laps. Let's see if he's got something under the motor of the 03 tonight for Jared Logging as they run side by side for the race lead. And Logging slips by. The Lucky Motorsports 79 takes the top spot. Thompson's in tow, running in second. Chalet third. Clements fourth, and Eckelberg holding on to a number 5 spot. Battle for third is between Chalet and Clements. The 13 is on the inside. He's got the 3 spot. Outside is the 09 of Clements. Past the halfway mark. 3 laps remaining in the heat race. The top 3 are going to find themselves in the top dog race. Logging brings them on a turn 4, still leads the race. The battle for third continues. Chalet and Clements. Chalet still protecting the inside groove with a 5/8 smile. And 13, he's on the in. On the out is Clements in the 09. White flag flies, 1 to go. Eckelberg and Hazy running bumper to bumper for that final spot. Back up front, the checkered flag is in hand. Your heat race winner going to the top dog races, Jared Logging.
Jared Logging coming in first place. Second goes to the 03. That would be Jeff Thompson. Third place comes in the 13 car of Mark Chalet. And we're going to have a top dog race coming up, folks, a little later on, where we'll pit the top 3 winners in the Sportsman Dash against the top 3 in that heat race. So that'll be coming up later on. Right now, I think we're going to go to a Thunderstock race. So they're going to have to reset the track, and we'll get back racing here in just a moment. Meantime, we'll take a break. Back right after this. You're watching Knights of Thunder on KQEG. Welcome back, race fans. Rick Wilson trackside as we get our sports or our Thunderstock heat underway here. I'd say 8-lap heat, and we'll line them up for you real quick for you. Kayla Lockington is in the pole, on the pole rather, in that 30 car. That's Turtelot in the 35 right next to her. 67 car, Jesse Vian, the 88 of David Cavan. David back in his 88 car that we know so well. At the back of the pack, the 19, Andy Moore, and next to him is Brad Worthen in the 22. 2x2 down the backstretch they come as they get fired up and ready for 8 laps of heat race here. We're going to have a top dog race coming up tonight, I understand. The Sportsman Division will see the top 3 winners from the Dash take on the top 3 winners from the heat race. So we're going to have a little top dog race. That'll be coming up later on tonight. First, we've got late models. We've got Thunderstocks, couple of heats of Thunderstocks. 2x2 down the backstretch they come, headed to a green flag. Let's jump over to Dan Diker now for the call.
The front row, they bring him out of turn 4. We're going green flag racing. JR with a nice jump. Turtelot, nice jump coming into turn 4. He was accelerator prone there. Hold on. Ricky Bobby's going around. She almost took Vian with her, and into the infield, and Lake Speed she goes. So Lake Speed getting a taste of the number 30 car so far tonight. Here comes Bad Brad Worthen out of the back row. Worthen is on fire. He's caught Turtelot already. JR Turtelot's going to get a whole mirror full of the 22 out of Sparta, Bad Brad Worthen. Here comes Andy Moore as well in tow. He'll battle Vian for third. Side by side for the race lead. Here comes Worthen. Here comes Turtelot. Both going to try to race her on the lap car, and Worthen grabs the point. Turtelot still hanging on to the inside groove of that quarter mile. Halfway mark, 4 down, 4 to go. Andy Moore Dive bombing his way into the corners as well. Worthen's on the point. Worthen will try to hold off the hard charge and Andy Moore. J.R. Turtelot still trying to stay in the top 3. A little bit of paint trading going on between the 35 and 19 car. This time by, the white flag will fly. The battle now is for second and third as Worthen tries to put the field behind him for 4 more left turns. Two left turns to go. Checkered flag is in hand. Your heat race winner, Brad Worthen.
Whoa, nice spin around there. Turtelot is going to end up not getting third like he thought. Wow, look at the smoke from that one, folks. Awesome. Brad Worthen wins it, though, in the 22 car. It looks like they'll post the 67 car up there. Jesse Vian in second place. And as the smoke clears away, still have Turtelot posted as third, Cavan in fourth, and Lockington in fifth. And so far it appears like that is going to hold. Now they're moving the 19 car. It looks like Moore will come in fifth. Cavan fourth, and Turtelot holds on to third. But some real action there at the end of that one. So coming up, late models, we're going to bring them on. Oh, I take that back. We've got one more Thunderstock heat to go before we get to late models. So stick around, folks. We'll bring out some more Thunderstocks. We'll be back in just a moment on Knights of Thunder on KQEG. Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson trackside as we got our Thunderstocks back out there again for a heat race. On the pole this time, the number 4 car, Mark Chalet. Next to him is the 27 of Josh Inglet. Row 2 sports Adam Moore, in the 29 car. Jason Bolster next to him. And that would be Jordan Myers in the 69 at the back of the pack. They're headed to a green flag, so let's go to Dan Diker as he calls it green.
Going green flag racing. Mark Chalet grabs the early race lead with a hard charge and point leader Adam Moore right behind. Moore cuts the corner and takes the inside. Trying to protect it and grabbing the race lead is Adam Moore, the 29. Chalet on the outside of the 4 car. Looks like Mark Chalet must have broke a stereo cord because it's dragging behind his 4 car. Jordan Myers from the back row, and now a challenge for second with Chalet. Your race leader is Adam Moore. That would be quite the wild ride. Maybe we should have OJ try to grab onto that cord there and see if we can hold on for a lap or two. Here comes Myers. Right behind Moore from the back row to second. Again, these two are going to be chopping at the bit all the way to Oktoberfest points-wise. Jordan Myers 3 points behind Adam Moore. Jason Bolster there in the 8 car started tonight 5 points out of first. Brad Worthen was 17 back, and Brad's going to pick up some points as well. Bolster to the outside of Myers. This time by 2 remaining. Bolster wants to be a part of that point melee right there. Your top 3 in points are running 1, 2, and 3. The 4th place is sitting in the winner's circle. White flag flies, 1 to go. Move it or lose it time for Bolster. Checkered flag is in hand. Your heat race winner down below is Adam Moore, followed by Jordan Myers, Jason Bolster, Mark Chalet, and Josh Inglet.
Adam Moore wins it once again, our points leader in the Thunderstock division. It's interesting. You look at the top 10 in the Thunderstock division, points-wise. 7 of them are from Sparta. Kind of interesting that they just seem to congregate up in Sparta. One's from La Crosse, one's from Mindoro, and one we don't know where he's from. So anyway, Adam Moore wins that one. Great race for Adam. Coming up next, we've got a 6x6 race. They're bringing out the late models, folks, so we're going to reset the track. We'll be back with more right after this as Knights of Thunder continues in a moment on KQEG. First of all, we'll line them up for you. Mike Carlson on the pole, right next to him. Who else but Steve Carlson? Row 2 is Todd Korish. Right next to him is Jay Herbst. In the back row, Adam Degenhart, and then our fast time qualifier, the 23 car, Brad Powell. Interesting to note, 3 track champions out there, the 66, the 32, the 82, all track champions here at the La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. This is going to be a fast race. Let's go to Dan Diker now as he calls the green.
Bishke Motors pace truck on a turn 4. We're going green flag racing. Steve Carlson, not only the king of the short tracks, he's the king of the outside, and he puts his son back to second just like that. Jay Herbst running third. Brad Powell's into fourth. Todd Korish back to fifth. Degenhart's in the truck. And not sure if Korish is having problems, but he gives the spot to Degenhart as he's now in the trunk for this one. Steve Carlson has 5-car advantage over son Mike. Jay Herbst bumper to bumper with Mike Carlson. That would be a battle for second and third. Powell coasting along all by himself, the number 4 position. We are halfway home, 3 down and 3 to go. Steve Carlson, will Jay Herbst make a move? He's going to race Carlson to the outside groove. Here they go side by side for second and third. 2 laps remain. Here's the battle for the number 2 spot. Herbst runs the outside lane. He gets past Mike Carlson. Steve Carlson this time will go underneath the white flag. 4 left turns and a front straight remain. And here comes Korish. Korish gets past Powell and Degenhart back up into fourth. Checkered flag is out. Your 6-for-6 dash winner, Steve Carlson.
Steve Carlson takes it once again with Jay Herbst right on his tail. Mike Carlson third, and Brad Powell takes fourth. I think they're going to switch that around. That would be Todd Korish taking fourth, and then the 03 of Adam Degenhart in fifth. So there you go, folks, our top 5 winners in our 6x6 dash tonight. Late models coming back out with a heat race, so stick around. We'll be right back. Knights of Thunder continues right after this. Welcome back, race fans. Rick Wilson trackside, La Crosse Fairgrounds Speedway. We've got a late model heat race just about to get underway, so let's line them up for you. On the pole this time around, Jonathan Eckelberg in the 86 car. Next to him, that's Al Losi Jr. in the 49. Row 2 is Kurt Eckelberg in the 68 and Matt Inglett in the 27. Row 3, Nick Clements in the 08 pink car out there, and Brandon Berg next to him in the 10. And at the back of the pack, the 18, Jeremy Wagner and Jimmy Summerfield in the 77. There are your field for this race, and let's get underway as we go to Dan Diker for the green.
4, Eckelberg will bring him underneath the green flag. And here comes the Stig Albert Losi cruising around the outside perimeter of the racetrack, and he's got the point. Matt Englet won his first heat race last weekend. Can he try to make it back-to-back checkered weeks? Englet testing the waters, running the outside groove with a Stig Amberlosi. 49's on the inside, Englet the 27 on the outside. 2x2 goes Berg and Clements. Again, door to door is Losi and Englet. Englet tries to race past him down the back straightaway. Losi still protects the inside edge. Englet will snip by. He's on the point. Matt Englet trying to make it 2 weeks in a row of checkered flag heat race wins. Here come the teammates Brandon Berg and Jeremy Wagner, running second and third. They are at the halfway mark, 4 down, 4 to go. B-squared Brandon Berg has it down to a car length. His teammate Jeremy Wagner trying to reel him in. Clements makes it a single file race in the number 4 slot. Englet again protects the inside groove. Side by side go the teammates. Wagner's on the inside. Berg is on the outside. Wagner had about a half car advantage there heading into turn 3. Wagner slips in front of his teammate Brandon Berg. Now he's got his sights set on Englet. He runs to the outside. Door to door for the race lead. This time by 1 to go. Wagner just gets in front of Englet. He was hard on the brakes, but Englet stays on the inside. Side by side, Englet, can he keep to the inside and make this thing go to the stripe? Wagner appears to have jumped in front. Checkered flag is out. Your race winner, Jeremy Wagner.
There you go. Jeremy Wagner wins that one. Matt Englet right behind him, though. It looks like Nick Clements will take third. And I think Brandon Berg will be fourth, and Al Losi will take fifth. So there's your top 5 in that late model heat race. Well, we've got Thunderstocks and a dash coming up with them, so stick around, folks. Knights of Thunder continues right after this. Welcome back, race fans. Rick Wilson trackside. Here we go with our Thunderstocks dash now. These are the fastest 4 Thunderstocks on the night coming out of the Thunderstock heat races early on. Jesse Vian gets the pole with Jordan Myers next to him. Row 2 is Brad Worthen in the 22 and the 29, Adam Moore. Adam Moore, of course, our points leader in the Thunderstock division, where things are really close. It's going to come right down to the wire before we find out who's going to win that. Jordan Myers 3 points behind Adam Moore, and Jason Bolster 5 points back. Here we go to a green flag, though. Let's go to Dan Diker now.
Thunderstock dash is underway. We're going green. Vian and Myers door to door. Adam Moore is on the move, bumper to bumper. Here we go. Hold on. Myers goes round and round. Moore goes round and round. And Brad Worthen will take the race lead. Vian collects the 69 and the 29. And Worthen with the big eyes says, all right, I'll jump in the race lead then. Moore's going to have to go off. Looks like he might have cut a tire down to the back end. So without a full lap even in the books yet, Brad Worthen will find himself on the top spot. Well, Adam Morse is I'm going to save this thing for the feature as he's going to link back to his pit stall. So it will be a Budweiser 3-car Dash for Cash.
That was like a howdy doody, I haven't seen you in a long time meeting.
He shook hands with both of them pretty quickly. So since we did not get a full lap in, Jesse Vian will start in the front. Brad Worth in second, Jordan Myers third, as the 3 drivers get the 1 to go. Out of turn 4, Worthen puts his hammer down, and we're going back to green. And Vian's going to spin Worthen around. He goes into the wall. Vian immediately takes it off the racetrack. Worthen says, I'm not done yet. I'm going to turn this thing around. Your race leader is Jordan Myers in the 69. Brad Worthen obviously upset, but he's not done yet. He's at least guaranteed second. And Worthen will leave the racetrack. We're down to 1. I've never seen this before. Checkered flag is out. Your race winner, Jordan Myers. Jordan Myers wins Survival of the Fittest in the Thunderstock Dash for Cash.
I imagine if we could find where Brad Worthen is right now, he's probably trying to find Jesse Vian, would be my guess, but there's a finish for you anyway. Jordan Myers finishes, and he finishes first. He's the only one that actually finished, so he'll be the only one that registers in that race, whereas Worthen would have been guaranteed a second. So anyway, onward and upward we go. We've got another race coming up, everybody, in just a moment as we move on to our Sportsman Top Dog race. They're going to reset the track, and we'll be back with that Sportsman Top Dog race right after this. For our Top Dog race. This is the top 3 winners in the Sportsman Dash and in the first heat. And the way they line up is like this. Mandy Eckelberg will be on the pole. That's Nick Clemens in the 09 car right next to her. In row 2, we've got Jimmy Gilster and Greg Scheck. And then in row 3, Steve Bachman and Josh Hazley. Josh Hazley dropping way back, but 2 by 2 down the backstretch they'll go. And this will be an 8-lap race to determine who our top dog tonight is in the Sportsman division before we get into our late models. Here they come to a green flag, so let's go to Dan Diker.
The Great Green Mellow Machine brings them to green. It's Clements bringing the field around turn 4. Scheck right on his tail end. He's got second. Bachman from the backboard to third. Steve Bachman may stay on the outside rail. Hold on. Back end got loose in turn 1. He'll slip back to third. Eight-lap faster puppy race. Again, here comes Greg Scheck now trying to work the outside. Scheck and Clements again. Clements will be running a late model later tonight in the 08 car. Josh Hazley's got problems. He'll bow out in turn 3. Scheck, meanwhile, up front. Can he dive down low? He'll grab the point in the 2 car. Rusty Wallace painted number 2. Clements goes back to second. Bachman in hot pursuit third. Bachman trying to grab the inside rail, had his nose down on the apron and brought it back out. Jimmy Crackcorn Gilster trying to be a part of that 3-car collection for second, third, and fourth. Bachman's now got the 2 slot. Here comes Gilster. He'll grab third away from Clements at the halfway mark. 4 down, 4 to go. And Clements has problems in the A1 Fire Protection 09. He'll bow out in turn 3. Two and a half laps remain. What does Steve Bachman have under the hood? See how well he fed the horses tonight as he tries to reel in Greg Scheck with 2 remaining. Looks like Bachman's got it down to a half a car lead. This may be a shootout at the white stripe. White flag is flying, 1 to go, and here we go. Scheck and Bachman. Scheck's to the inside. Bachman will take a look down low and see if he can grab some apron. Not going to happen. He's going to have to race to the outside to beat Greg Scheck. He's trying to build up a run in the corners. White flag goes away. Here come the checkers. Your race winner is Greg Scheck. Bachman second, Gilster third, and Eckelberg will take a top 4.
There you go, folks. That's our top dog race for tonight. So we know who the top dog is, Greg Scheck tonight. So coming up, we've got a late model feature race. So I think we're going to head into our feature races. Now we're going to take a Thunderstock race first. So coming up next, a Thunderstock race. Stick around, everybody. Back in a moment. Knights of Thunder continues right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson trackside. We're going to get into another Sportsman Division heat race here and lining them up this time for you.
All right, so your Sportsman top dog race
is on the pole. That'd be Mark Chalet. And on the outside there is the 03 car, Jeff Thompson. Row 2 has Jared Logging, and next to Jared is the 86 car of Jamie Dummer. And at the back of the pack, that's Billy Martin in the 39 and Jake Arneson in the 37. So here we go, folks. These are the top 3, I guess, from the dash and from the heat race. We'll find out who's going to win it in just a moment as they head for green. Let's go to Dan Diker.
We're going to find out soon as Chalet brings them around to a green flag. Mark Chalet grabs the point. Logging back to second. Billy Martin, watch out, here we go. Martin and Thompson touch at a turn 2. Martin goes to third. Thompson we're not sure if he's got problems or not, but he's going to now be back in the truck as Logging races around for the lead. Here comes Billy Martin. He started in the back row. He'll get past Chalet for second. Jake Arneson from the back row currently running for third. It's a log jam up front. So the 2 that started in the back row are now dueling it out door to door for second. Logging's your race leader, then it's Martin, followed by Arneson. About an even amount of space between your top 3 cars of Logging, Martin, and Arneson. Battle for fourth is Chalet and Dummer side by side. Martin took a look to the inside door panel, the 79 of Logging. Nothing going as Logging races past him in the corners. Here comes Arneson. He'll dodge to the inside of Martin. Martin wisely protects the inside of the track. He'll remain in second. Just under 3 laps remaining. Chalet takes back third place from Dummer. A car's length separates the top 3. Bumper to bumper to bumper. A 3-car shootout for the next lap and a half. Logging will try to hold off the 39 and the 37. They're going to go side by side for second. This time by the fly into the white flag. 1 to go. Dr. Noise gets past the one-armed bandit. Arneson got a little bit loose out of turn 1. That gave Logging just a little bit of an advantage as they head deep into the corners. Checkered flag will fly. Your top dog sportsman race winner is Jared Logging.
Jared Logging brings it home with Billy Martin right behind him. Jake Arneson takes third. Mark Chalet fourth. And Jamie Dummer comes in fifth. There's your top 5 in that top dog race here tonight. Well, we're going to move on now, I believe, to our late model feature race. Coming up in just a moment, everybody, as they line them up in the infield there. We'll get back with racing in a moment. Stick around. You're watching Knights of Thunder. Tonight brought to you by Cousin Subs. Cousin Subs located in Crossing Meadows. Better bread, better days. We'll be back in just a moment.
But here comes the Sens Auto Service 27 of Matt England. Side by side for the race lead. Here we come on a turn 4. It's Matt England on the point. Matt England got a checkered flag heat race win last weekend. He would love to get a feature race tonight. Here comes Brandon Berg on the move. Brad Powell's on the move as well, as is Nick Clements. Todd Kors from the back running in the 5 spot. Here comes Brad Powell running the outside rail. He gets past Berg. He's got Clements door to door. Here comes Korish and here comes Carlson. 2 by 2 by 2. It's Brad Powell on the point. Brad Powell takes over the top spot. Here comes England. Here comes Korish. Korish gets past Clements. He's now to second. Steve Carlson's on the move, as is Jay Herbst. The outside rail seems to be working. Your top 3, Brad Powell, Todd Korish, and Steve Carlson. Mr. Saturday Night, Jay Herbst is on the move as well. Herbst started 1 row from the back, currently sitting all by himself in 4th. The top 3, this is going to be a dogfight, folks. 19 to go now, 18. The top 3 veterans of the raceway, former track champions. Matter of fact, the top 4, all past track champions. Brad Powell, I know he's gotten a look in his mirror to see who's sitting behind him. He's also looked at the Ashley Furniture scoreboard. He knows he's got some horsepower sitting behind him now. Here comes Carlson trying to reel in Mr. Consistent Todd Korish. Carlson dives to the inside, trying to take away the spot. And he does. Your point leader's now running second. Jay Herbst still in point championship contention, trying to stay with that top group of cars. Nick Clements running an impressive fifth. Adam Degenhardt started in the back row, running sixth. Three breakout packs of racing here at La Crosse at every corner of the Speedway. Steve Carlson, what does he have for the next 13 laps? Jay Herbst trying to stay and keep pace with Steve Carlson, overtakes the 32 at Korish. He's got a lot of asphalt to try to catch up to the two race leaders as we're at the halfway mark. Carlson slowly reeling in Powell. Again, your top four would be Powell and Carlson. Then it's Herbst and Korish. Degenhardt overtakes Clements. Degenhardt's in the top five. Brad Powell has 10 more laps to hold off the king of the short track, Steve Carl. Losi pulls off in turn 3 of the 49 cars done for the night. Bobbing and weaving through some lap traffic goes Powell and Carlson. Your top two have dominated here so far tonight with about 8 to go. Carlson obviously knows how strong Powell is when he runs here at the Speedway. He's got about 7 laps to try to make it up. Herbst and Korish will work their way through lap traffic as well, running 3rd and 4th. To go with the top two. Korish seems to be keeping a nice pace with Jay Herbst, maybe reeling him in. Two top 3 finishes for Carlson last weekend, a feature and a third for Herbst last weekend. Losi's back on the track of the Advocare 49. The palm is showing, we've got 5 to go. With a burst of flame from the tailpipe, Steve Carlson trying to bring in this 23 of Powell. Remain for Brad Powell and Steve Carlson. What a show they've put on tonight. Jay Herbst has kept the 2-car advantage over Todd Korish the past 5 laps. Now this could get interesting. Your top 2 cars with 2 to go are going to meet a whole bunch of lap traffic. Carlson waiting for Powell to make the slightest of moves. This could be part of the biggest end of the race right here. White flag flies, 1 to go. Carlson's got it down to a half a car advantage. 3 more cars in lap traffic. Will Powell try to take that to his advantage? Out of turns 3 and 4 we go. Checkered flag is in hand. Your race winner is Brad Powell. Steve Carlson will take second. Jay Herbst will round out the top 3.
Whoa, what a race. Carlson hangs on for second. Brad Powell finishes it off with another feature race for Brad Powell. Jay Herbst hanging in there for third. Todd Korish makes it fourth, and Adam Degenhardt makes it fifth. Dan Diker headed down to the Speedway to get an interview with our winners tonight. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with those interviews for you right after this as Knights of Thunder continues in a moment on KQEG. Let's go down trackside now as Dan Diker is on the front straightaway, and he's going to talk to the winners of tonight's feature race, starting with Jay Herbst. Let's go down there now.
Well, I'll tell you, once those top two pretty much made it known they were going to be tussling up this far, took you a while. You and Todd Korish made a cat and mouse game.
Yeah, it was. We got a little too tight. We didn't change the car after the heat race because we thought it was pretty good. We got a little too tight. We'll work on it for next week, and just want to thank the crowd for sticking around through the weather. It's great to see everybody here. I'll hurry up.
All right, third place finish, giving up Jay Herbst. Second place tonight. He's been up here every single weekend of the race season, giving up Steve Carlson. I tell you what, it got really interesting. We saw 6 cars coming around there with 2 laps to go with lap traffic. Did you think that you might have a chance to slip in front of Brad?
Well, I thought there at the end it was going to get kind of ugly, but it all stayed clean and everything worked out good.
You were talking that your car wasn't working too well during qualifications tonight. You had to be pretty happy with it towards the end.
Yes, I am. Brad was really good tonight. We were pretty good, so maybe next week.
All right, second place finish, Steve Carlson, feature race win in the River City Ready Mix 23. Give it up for Brad Powell. Nice job, Bradley. Once you found some clean air, you were moving, and I'll ask you the same thing I asked Steve. You guys were running into quite a bit of lap traffic towards the end there. Were you concerned at all?
Yeah, well, you got Mother Nature, and you got lap traffic, and we're holding on for this, and they're holding on for that, so it made it interesting.
All right, got a feature win again tonight, the River City Ready Mix 23, Brad Powell.
Well, there you go, folks. Our winners tonight. Brad Powell takes the feature race. Steve Carlson coming in second. Jay Herbst in third. And I tell you, Steve Carlson, one of the most consistent racers this season as he continues to finish in the top 3. No wonder he's 75 points ahead of everybody so far. So we've got more feature races coming up. Thunder stocks are, oh no, I take that back. We're going to the Sportsman Division next. So stick around, folks. Sportsman Racing coming up right after this on KQEG. Welcome back, race fans. Sportsman Division, we've got them up on the track now, and it's the 15-lap feature race tonight, brought to you by Cousin Subs. So let's give you a quick lineup here. It looks like that's Jared Logging on the pole. On the outside, I think that's Clements in the 09. Billy Martin on the inside with Greg Scheck next to him. Steve Martin in row 3. Excuse me. Steve Bachman in row 3. And next to him, Jake Arneson. Right behind them is Jamie Dummer in the 86 car. Looks like that'll be Jimmy Gilster moving up next to Dummer. Then we've got Jeff Thompson in the 03 with Mandy Eckelberg next to him. Mark Chalet in the 13, and coming along at the back there, that's Josh Hazley in the 32 car. So, Pace Truck is pulling off. 15 laps ahead of us. It's feature racing time for our Sportsman Division. We'll jump on over to Dan Diker as he brings us the green.
This is going to get interesting. Let's see what happens as Logging brings them around. Green flag racing. Whole lot of horsepower sitting up front right there. As Jared Logging, the Lucky Motorsports 79, peels away, he'll take the race lead. Martin into second. He and Clements will clash door to door. Right behind, Scheck, Bachman, and Arneson and Dummer. Bumper to bumper, Billy Martin, Dr. Noise is reeled in, logging already, trying to get his second feature win of the season. Steve Bachman would like to finish in front of Arneson as well. He could pick up a couple more points tonight. Our top three are breaking away. Dummer separates the top three for the next punch. That would be Arneson and Scheck. Billy Martin stuck on the outside rail. During the kids' rides tonight, the 14 of Bachman all of a sudden shut down. They had to pull it off the racetrack and make some mechanical work. Gave me the thumbs up as he was back on the track. He slips in front of Martin. Now he's going for logging. Bachman would love to get a feature race win tonight. He looks to go to the inside of logging. He slams the door shut, but Bachman's still in pursuit. Bachman's going to try to make the outside work for him. He's got logging side by side. Billy Martin's in tow. That was close. Bachman had to come back down. He looks to go to the inside again. Bachman takes that second spot from Billy Martin. Here comes Arneson. Top two in points. Here comes Scheck as well. Your top three in points are in the top six currently. Top four, all single file, bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper. Here comes Arneson to the inside of Martin. He's trying to use the rail. Martin shuts that door, but Arneson knows he may have room to get inside. Martin almost hits the wall on the front straightaway. Loose on a turn four was the wooden plumbing 39. Scheck, meanwhile, still side by side that battle with Dummer for fourth and fifth. 2 by 2 they come. Bachman again to the outside of logging. Halfway mark for the top four. Scheck breaks away from Dummer. He's in the top five. Bachman continues to be stuck on the outside rail. He'll give up one spot to Martin. Now Arneson will take the spot away. Side by side, your point leader in third, and he'll jump in front of Bachman. This time by, the flagman will show the palm. 5 to go for logging, Martin, Arneson, and Bachman. Greg Scheck steadily trying to get back up front. Logging continues to lead, grab the lead from the pole on lap 1. Martin has given him at least 3 challenges so far. Martin's got it down to a half a car length. Bachman looked to go to the inside of Arneson that time, chose not to. These 4 drivers may be saving it for the final laps. Bumper to bumper, here comes Logging and Martin again on a turn 4. Billy Martin knows there's only a couple of laps left. He made a charge to the outside and brought it back down again. Martin again chooses the outside rail with a lap car right in front. Not a wise choice. There you go. Bring it back down. 2 laps remain. It's time to move it or lose it. Martin tries to race Logging side by side down the back straightaway one more time. Nothing going. Into the corners, it's bumper to bumper. This time by, the white flag will fly. Who will it be, Logging or Martin? Martin's got him side by side, but he gets too loose at turn 2. Logging takes advantage. He opens it back up to a 3-car length. Arneson's on the move. Checkered flag is in hand. Your feature race winner is Jared Logging.
Jared Logging takes his 4th feature race of the season right there as he holds off Billy Martin, Jake Arneson, Bachman, and Greg Scheck. There's your top 5 in tonight's Cousin Subs Sportsman feature race. Boy, I tell you, that was great. Coming up next, I think we're going to Thunderstocks, our Thunderstock feature race, followed by a couple of Hornet feature races. Stick around, everybody. We're going to reset the track. We'll be right back with more racing right here on KQEG. Welcome back, race fans. Rick Wilson trackside. Another feature race about to get underway. Our Thunderstocks are out and raring to go, so let's line them up quickly for you here. That's Lockington on the pole in the 30 car. Mark Chalet next to her in the 4 car. J.R. Turtelot, the 35, and Josh Inglet in row 2. Jesse Vian not out there right now, but that looks like Jordan Myers, and next to Jordan Myers is Adam Moore. Then we've got Brad Wortham and Andy Moore. And at the back there is Jason Bolster and David Cavan. So that looks like how they're lining them up this time around. 15-lap feature race brought to you by Cousin Subs right here on KQEG TV. Better bread, better subs, better days. Let's go green with Dan Diker.
We'll bring them around underneath the flag stand. Let's go green flag racing. What a log jam we've got here. Hold on. Josh Inglet goes round and round. 3 wide. It's a Miss Ricky Samich. She's got some fender damage already. Mark Chalet brings him around. He's on the point. Then it's Myers and Worthen. Worthen was only 17 points back to start the night. A feature race win could put him in the top 3 possibly. Battle for second. Myers on the inside, Worthen on the outside. Chalet knows they're coming. Adam Moore is a ways back in 4th. Turtelot on the inside of the 5 spot. This is going to be interesting here. Worthen and Myers have caught your race leader, Chalet. What's about to happen now? 10 to go. It's a Chalet Sandwich, 3 wide for the race lead. Look at the sparks coming off Myers' brakes. I wonder if he has brakes on the left side. It's a Chalet Sandwich for the 2nd time. Sparks are flying off of Myers' brakes. Worthen's trying to hold on to the race lead. Here comes Adam Moore. 4 cars for the point. And Myers gets the race lead. Worthen and Moore battle door to door for 2nd. Chalet put back to 4th. Turtelot and Andy Moore side by side for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Oh, parts flying off of Josh Inglet's car. Looks like a rotor or something just flew off. Hit the retaining wall. Josh is parked. Race continues. Jordan Myers leads him around. Adam Moore now 2nd, Brad Worthen 3rd, Chalet 4th, Andy Moore 5th. Not sure what that big chunk of metal was that flew off of Josh Inglet's 27 car. Under 5, 3 cars, all touching bumpers. 3 wide again. It's a more salmon. Chalet backs out of that one. Adam Moore looking for feature win number 5 this year, the 29 car. Myers again started the night 3 points behind him in the standings. Warthen with 17 back. We may have a shootout at the stripe with the top 3 cars. White flag flies, 1 to go. Time to move or to lose it. Does Myers have enough to hold off Moore and Warthen? Down the back straight, they race each other. Checkered flag is in hand. Your feature race winner, Jordan Myers. Followed by Moore, Warthen, Moore, and Chalet.
There you go, folks. Your top 5 tonight in our Thunderstock feature race, led by Jordan Myers. Nice race on his part. Adam Moore, the points leader, coming in 2nd. Brad Warthen takes 3rd. Andy Moore coming in 4th, and Mark Chalet, who led the first couple of laps, ends up coming in 5th that time around. So there we go. That's our Thunderstock feature race. The Hornets are ready. We've got a couple of Hornet races coming up, so stick around, folks. Racing's not done. Knights of Thunder continues right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson trackside here as we are about to get underway with a Hornets feature race. However, I see some of the safety crew checking things out around the inside of the track. Looks like a few pieces of Josh Inglett's car, I think, they're picking up. I think that's what they're picking up. Let's see if we can line up some of these folks, though, for you on this Hornet, that 32 car that's... I take that back. They put the 169 on the pole. That is Nick Sampson. Next to him is Scott Malum in the 28. The 13, Jonathan Burbach. The 04, I believe, is I think that's Jay Raines. Not sure. We don't have all of the names of all of our Hornets division. I apologize for that. John Aaron in the 57 car. The 23, Melissa Roosh. The 25, that's... Chris Berg out there. And going to the green flag, though, so let's jump over to Dan Diker.
Oh, Jay, you think there's going to be some rubbing in this one?
I would venture to say there will be a little rubbing, a little bumping, a little scraping, and a little howdy-doody.
3 wide right off the bat. Oh, they're hard charging around turns 3 and 4 at 0-4. Cam Jazelski, he'll take the point. Cam Jazelski's got the race lead. John Aaron, the Madman, 2nd. Hunter Miller, 3rd. Nick Sampson, 4th. Melissa Rouge, 5th. Jazelski looking for his first feature race win in quite some time. Shadow Winona is on the move. Getting past Miller and Kriskowski. Finds herself in the top 6. Hunter Miller keeping pace with the Madman John Aaron, the 57, the 10. Look at that. Ryan Hoppel started in the back row in the Bornitz Hornet, and he's already worked his way into 4th. 9 laps to go this time by. Can Hoppel win this from the back row? Hoppel's caught the back end of Hunter Miller. He goes to the inside from the back row to a battle for 3rd. racing in all four corners of the action track quarter mile. Cam Drzelski, the 04-year race leader. John Aaron trying to hold off Hoppel, who started in the back. Now he's in the battle for second. Aaron shuts the door, but Hoppel again goes to the outside of the Madman. Drzelski using the lap traffic to his advantage. Bobbing and weaving, putting cars behind him. Here comes Hoppel from the back row to second. And he's got Drzelski in his sights. Down below, it's the 04 and the 86. Problems in Clausen's K9. Oh, round and round goes Robert Brown. Well, Cam Drzelski continues to lead the 04. Black flag goes to your race leader. Black flag came out, and I'm not sure if that was your race leader or not. Ryan Hoppel's trying to win this thing for the back row. Black flag is out again for your race leader, the 04 Drzelski. Oh, got a car going around in the corners. Clausen, I don't know if he cut a tire down or not. There's a piece of tire in the front straightaway. Whose tire is that? White flag flies, one to go. Here comes your race leader. He's going to possibly win this from the back row. Checkered flag is out. Your race winner, Ryan Hoppel. Aaron will take second. Hunter Miller will take third. Chalmers fourth. And Wendy Leach rounds out the top five. That may be Clausen's tire laying down there.
Somebody's short on rubber.
There you go, folks, our first feature race for our Hornets. We've got another one yet to come, so stick around. One more race coming your way as Knights of Thunder continues on KQEG TV right after this. Welcome back, race fans. Hornet feature race number 2 gets underway in just a moment. Kyle Swenson on the pole. That's Piotrowski next to him. Moline and Oostdijk in row 2. The Tickies are in row 3. Chris Berg and Thompson in row 4. Kevin Turner and Radke in row 5. Sammy Linehan and Towner in row 6. Row 7 is Stumlin and Strom. And at the back of the pack there, the number 5 car of Bemis and the 90 of Moore. Here we go, folks. More Hornet racing coming your way. Here's Dan Dyker.
Flag race with a Psycho Man. It's a Tiki sandwich right off the bat as the race is being led by one Cesar Dynamite. The Monkey Man, John Piotrowski, trying to keep pace. Here comes Patrick Tiki, the 56. Jake Beeman started in the back. He's already worked his way halfway through the field. Patrick Tickey's got the point. He gets past Swenson. Piotrowski third. Here comes Tevin Turner fourth. Nate Towner in a very unfamiliar position running in the back of this one here. Back up front, Jake Bemis, your point leader, gets past 4 or 5 cars. Here comes Moore, here comes Strom. Lots of time left for the point leaders to get to the front. Meanwhile, the 56, Patrick Tickey of the Sills Place Honda Accord, your race leader. Turner and Swenson bump. Turner takes the second spot. Here comes Thompson on the move. Jeff Thompson's up into third. He gets past Swenson. Swenson's fourth. The battle for fifth is Chris Berg and John Petrowski. Here comes Jake Bemis, your point leader. Race leader down below, just going across the stripe. Kim Strom on the outside rail has caught Jake Bemis. A pair of Hondas going door to door. A lot of caution-free racing so far. Monkey Man sandwich on the back straightaway. Strom, Stumlin, and Petrowski. Back up front, it's Ticky, Turner, and Thompson. 3 T's running 1, 2, and 3. Berg is fourth. Bemis is now into fifth with Kim Strom in tow. Kim Strom has Bemis side by side. Look at those two Hondas battle each other in turns 3 and 4. And Strom jumps in front of your point leader. Strom is one of the 7 cars still in contention for the track championship. Turner back up front trying to reel in Ticky with 4 to go. Turner's got it down to 2 car lengths. Back up front. 3 laps remain for the 3 T's. Ticky, Turner, and Thompson. Here comes Turner. He'll pass Ticky. He's got the point. 2 to go for Kevin Turner. Out of La Crosse in the Turner Motorsports Dodge Neon. White flag flies. 1 lap remains. Final feature of the night. Here comes the checkered flag. Your Ants Complete Pest Control feature race winner is Kevin Turner, followed by Ticky, Thompson, Berg, and Strom, your top 5.
Kevin Turner, our winner tonight in our second feature race for our Hornets division. Congratulations to Kevin on a great race. And thank you for watching tonight, everybody. That's finishes our feature off.
They're on the night.
But I think we might be...
Took him 13 laps, but he finally got in the Ultra Federal Credit Union victory lane.
We might have a swimming pool jump coming up here in just a moment.
Still to go here.
One more event coming up, so stick around. We're going to do something interesting here, everybody. On Knights of Thunder, we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson here as we get down to our final feature, if you will, tonight. As we watch, the 22 car is going to attempt to jump over 2 swimming pools. Let's bring in Dan Diker here now as we talk about this. Billy Martin is the one in the car.
They just got the hood up because they're cooling it off ahead of time.
I thought maybe Giff was going to jump in there and get wet a little bit.
OJ and Dan Diker on the mic here.
All right, so Billy Martin, Dr. Noise, the one-man band and computer guru, getting last-minute instructions from track general manager Chuck Deary. Give him a big wave, folks. That's Billy Noise. Billy Dr. Noise Martin. He's trying to scrub off the tires, why I'm really not sure. All right, so as he's going to take a big lap around the racetrack, who thinks he can jump 1 pool? Who thinks he can jump them both? All right, he's going to get things sized up. Hey, let's get those fly swatters in the air as he gets ready to go, folks. First time Billy Martin's ever done anything like this before. They don't do this kind of stuff in Madison.
I don't think the governor would approve of it.
I'm sure Billy would like to take the governor with him.
So would a lot of other people.
All right, so Billy, probably trying to collect his breath and knock out a couple of butterflies in his stomach. All right, fans, help me out with a countdown. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Wave those fly swatters. Here comes Dr. Noise. Billy Martin, our spectacular splash pool jump. He's up. He nails them both. Billy Martin clears both of the swimming pools. We're going to have a sale on pools here in a moment. All swimming pools are half price.
And free water with him.
There's a lot of water still coming out of that back one.
He got a nice car wash out of that deal.
Is he going again? Is he going again? Should he go again? What do you think, fans? Should he try it again? He still has a pool left intact with water in it. Here he comes again, Dr. Noise. Billy Martin, attempt number 2. There, yes.
Notice how he slowed down?
Now the swimming pools are 80% off.
Well, there you go, folks. Our swimming pool jump for this year. Dr. Billy Martin does it. And thanks for joining us on Nights of Thunder. Until next week, everybody, don't forget we'll be here next Sunday night at 7 and Thursday night at 7. And you can catch qualifying every Saturday night at 6:15 live at kqegtv.com. Till next week, I'm Rick Wilson. Thanks for watching Nights of Thunder on KQEG.